Oxford, the founder and creative director of Studio Cone. Thank you so much for voting for Orb as this year's winner of the experimental category. It honestly means the world. Orb is our first project as a design studio, so to receive this kind of recognition, especially from the psychedelic community, is really, really cool. So Studio Cone is a design future studio exploring the intersections between society, technology and ecology with the hope of helping shape more conscious and equitable futures. So Orb actually came out of a larger engagement where I explored how psychedelics might shape our world in the years to come from a societal, cultural, technological, ecological and ontological perspective. And from that process, I mapped out 10 possible future scenarios for psychedelics ranging from the near and probable to the far and absurd, and Orb just happens to be the first one of those futures that we've brought to life. So I hope to use this award as a springboard to bring more of those speculative futures into the world. Now, Orb isn't really a product, it's a provocation, a speculative artifact that critiques the direction we might be heading. It raises questions about access and equity, about decentralization versus corporate control, and asks the critical question of who gets the benefit from the transformative potential of psychedelics and who doesn't, and what are the consequences of blending them with AI and other emerging technologies. Psychedelics are radical by nature. They remind us that we're a part of nature, not separate from it, and they offer us a chance to dissolve the rigid structures of our collective consciousness that have locked us into extractive and unsustainable systems, but only if we're careful. Only if we prioritize care, equity and accessibility. The danger is that these radical tools could be co-opted by the very systems they have the power to dismantle, turned into luxury products accessible only to the privileged few. But if we can allow these tools to reroute us in compassion, community and connection, then maybe we can shift from a top-down to a bottom-up transformation of society. I want to thank the Orb film team, my brilliant collaborator Ewan, and all of the friends who have helped and supported the studio over the last year. You know who you are, and this award belongs to all of you. So enjoy the film, use it as a prompt, share it, question it, argue with it, let it start conversations about the kind of psychedelic futures we actually want to live in. If you like the project, you want to collaborate, or just fancy keeping an eye on our work, please consider following us or getting in touch. Thank you all so much, and peace.
Congratulations on being accepted into the program. The sensors in your earphones will monitor your brainwaves and vital signs. Now, your journey begins. Understanding and acceptance are the first steps to change. The experience is critically dependent on set and setting. Well done. You have completed all harm reduction and preparation. Your medicine is on its way. Trust. Let go. Be open.
I'm Marissa Feinberg, and I'm founder of Psychedelics for Climate Action. Big thank you to the Psychedelics Design team, judges, and everyone who voted. We are just so excited and honored, and in such good company. We're grateful for this honor. So Psychedelics for Climate Action, what does that mean? As psychedelics can inspire profound oneness with all life and remembering that we are nature, we invite you to join our mission to transform this awareness into meaningful climate action. And for the climate community, we pose the question that with countless solutions available, why are we in this crisis? we believe a consciousness shift is in order. And yes, psychedelics are one way to accelerate that, but it's also about reconnection to nature, self, community, feeling your power and agency at a time when that's been cut off from so many of us, maintaining calm in an era of eco anxiety. So, we are building our mycelial network at this intersection, bringing together some of the most forward thinking, creative, psychedelic community leaders and some of the most compassionate climate community and outside the box thinkers. And we have a network of about 13,000 right now. But the dream is if we build this container and this mycelial network of people, perhaps together we can somehow discover a pathway through this crisis together, that we can actually shift consciousness together. And so we have been building our mycelial network, hosting events in different communities, bringing folks together. And now we are launching initiatives to actually help these initiatives drive forward and actually shift consciousness. So one of the things we're working on, we just hosted an event in New York for Earth Month at Noya House in New York about healing the self, the community, and natural world. We're working to create journey protocols to inhabit nature and inspire action, and then a climate action preparation and integration guide to inspire people to get involved in their community. We're also looking to put together programming to inspire outside the box thinking in the climate community and to inspire organizations to be more regenerative. This is really just the beginning of how we're framing things. And we are coming up with more programming to engage our mycelial network. But there's so many ways that you can get involved. One of our key efforts is around Climate Week. And so Climate Week can be like a psychedelic experience. People fly in, dream big, have revelations, and then return to their lives. So this Climate Week and last year, we offer the preparation and integration for that. The theme this year will be climate consciousness, because that is what we want to do. We want to foster this reconnection to nature consciousness for all of the action that we need on an individual and systemic level, bringing people together to somehow get through this together. So I invite you to get involved. I invite you to sign up, become a member. We have incredible newsletter and WhatsApp groups and live events and ways to get involved. And we're coming up with even more soon. We have opportunities to sponsor content at Climate Consciousness Week and opportunities to speak and get involved. And if you care about this and you want to help support us and make this happen, we welcome the support of aligned folks, and you can learn more about how to support us on our website. So please learn more and sign up for our newsletter and follow us on Instagram. We'd love to get you involved. It is psycha.org, psyca.org. On Instagram, we are at Psyched for Climate Action. And once you sign up and you start getting involved, you'll be receiving more invites and ways to engage. And if you have any ideas, please reach out. This is all about co-creation, and we are so grateful to have the support of a vibrant community of 13,000 people, and we're growing and we want your help. So please join us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Gianni Massio Pinto, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina in the United States. First off, just thank you so much, Alexandra, for putting on this awesome event. What a cool experience to be a part of, and I'm just really grateful that this even exists. So kudos to you. Thank you also to the judges who selected me as a finalist. That was a huge win all in itself. And to the other applicants, both in the category of branding and beyond, whoa, there is some really awesome work that I've had the pleasure of connecting with some of you, and I look forward to doing more of that as we go. Forgive myself, I've made some notes here to make sure I don't forget things. But yes, so I only just launched my business back the end of last year, and I named it Bump after the sound of the heartbeat, because I want to do work that connects with people, that gives people something to feel. And so if you're a company or you're a brand or you have an idea for a brand that is about making life better in some way, whether that's planting trees across the world in that kind of way, or even just giving people a moment of joy, those are the kind of people I want to work with. So this project was my first case study. It was a totally conceptual project with no client. There are pros and cons to that. But ultimately, it was about trying something completely different to put myself out there. That I won an award for it is maybe the universe saying something about the right direction. I don't know. But the process went as I do with any other client, where I asked a bunch of questions using what I already know, and I created a personality with ChatGPT to kind of talk things out, but ultimately just went as deep as possible because I'm not an expert. I'm very curious in this space and excited and basically a new advocate, but do not have the depth to, as like some of the other applicants that are in this day in, day out, that are the coaches and the guides in this space. I'm a new fan and new advocate. So I chose a brand design and approach that would be more consumer-based, that really connects to a type of audience that I could confidently speak to. But I still did the same work. I built the personas and understood what do they care about and what do they need. I did the research into the space, which in the United States, it's still illegal for true psilocybin and psychedelic substances in a broader space. But there are plenty of options out there that are especially under the table. And so doing some research online, was able to collect some perspective about what was out there, and decided that there was I recognized that there was a gap, particularly in the high-end space of how it really related to how cannabis evolved. You may remember that when it first was legal, particularly in the United States, the things that were out there were very campy and stonery, and then it began to evolve into something that a mature person would be willing to buy off the shelf or go to a store to buy. I think that's going to happen. I know that's going to happen with psychedelic solutions as well, psychedelic compounds. And this was my approach to say, what could it look like in the future? So I could go on and on about it because I just had so much fun doing this project. But the other just interesting points, as I mentioned, there was no client. So there was no boundaries. There was no timelines. I had to entirely do it for myself, which pros and cons. No approvals, no committee to go over. But also it was all on me to decide whether or not I was going the right way. Luckily, I think it worked out all right. But anyway, all that said, I'm just really grateful to be here. And I think I said everything on my notes that I kind of wanted to. But cheers to everyone. Congratulations to everyone. First year, inaugural Psychedelics Design Awards. This is awesome. Thank you. And I look forward to connecting with more of you as soon as possible. Take care, everybody.
Hey everybody, this is Koen. I am the designer of the portal box, the ceremony box, and everything that falls under Portier. I wanted to thank the guys and girls at Psychedelic Design for this beautiful award. I am so honored. Co-founder Sebastian, my team, and all of the community worldwide who believed in our mission. I want to say thanks so much. It's not been easy. It's been a very rough ride to make this in this stigmatized scene around psychedelics. And I want to say thank you for organizing this, because I believe that design and psychedelics really should go hand in hand to create the most beautiful and profound experiences possible. Thank you so much. So this journey started during COVID, when I wanted my design experience to have a bigger impact for psychedelics. And I discussed it with one of my best friends, Sebastian, that it's quite strange that we always hide our psychedelics and that people end up using, crack pipes for DMT, having subpar experiences, then hiding their psilocybin in plastic baggies somewhere in their sock drawer, right? It's not something you would do with the most profound substances on earth that give you these incredible experiences, at least for many of us. So we felt that if anything deserves a beautiful tribute, it's psychedelics. That's where this idea started. And we started with education, creating a beautiful portal book, a trip journal, and inviting artists. And I'd like to thank all these artists and collaborators on making this book. And this evolved into this box, this case, where we included the best tools for psychedelics. We include a precise milligram scale for accurate dosing, structuring the experience as a cohesive support tool for safe, thoughtful, and beautiful journeys, and everything is made from sustainable materials. We like to thank our community. We started out on posting it on Reddit, and then people were so enthusiastic that they wanted to follow the project, and then we had a very democratic process of how we should build these tools, right? So people voted, for instance, on like, oh, we want the molecule to be engraved on top. We want soft velvet here. We want these things to be modular. We want a little hidden section. So basically, I had all these ideas, but I wanted to discuss them with the community and have them vote on which ones would actually make it into the box, and then created in this cohesive ceremony box in this instance, which is for psilocybin mushroom tea. The other one is for DMT. And beyond functionality, I really wanted it to be beautiful, to bring plant medicine out of the shadows of your closets into the light of your living room, something that could inspire others and yourself to take a moment for yourself from time to time. It's not just about building a nice box, it's about designing this ritual, this altar that honors the profound experiences, but with every detail from storage to preparing. It's meant to turn the whole process into a moment of presence and intention, from slicing your lemons to watching the smoke curl through the air while you set your intention and you place your cup on this marble plateau, a pure tribute to psychedelics. And every material, every tool is chosen with purpose. We trace supply chains, studying sustainability reports just to make sure everything is ethically sourced. Educating people about psychedelic use is not something easy. That's where our background luckily came in, because I am a designer that worked for 20 years with psychedelic research institutions, retreats, and even governmental campaigns. So we could pull from this network. We also started two psychedelic podcasts where we interviewed people like Rich Strassman, and we visited lots of psychedelic research conferences to talk to Rick Dublin and other people that are our heroes, kind of. And then on the design front, we also studied Japanese and Chinese tea rituals, taking part of them for the experience. Because when somebody uses this box, it's often during the most intimate and profound experiences of their life. And we took that very seriously. We also believe that it's not just about getting something out of this box, but also giving something. So whenever somebody buys the box, parts of the proceeds actually fund other organizations in this scene. Some research institutions, Amazon Frontlines, now decriminalized nature. And we also really love Psychedelics for Climate Action, and Heroic Hearts. So it's also about giving back. It's not just about personal growth, but communal growth for this psychedelic mission. And we are extremely humbled and grateful for these global community of strangers who have all aligned in this common mission of having a place for psychedelics all across the world for the grand questions. On behalf of our community and our team and anybody who has been involved, thank you so much for this beautiful award and this beautiful initiative. And then if anybody wants to collaborate or feels like they align with this mission, please reach out. Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, I'm Ryan Curtis. I'm the author of the High Vibration series. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who voted for me recently, and to Psychedelic Design for putting this all together. It's really neat to see all the other projects in the space, and congratulations to all the other winners as well. I'm super grateful to receive this award in the storytelling category, which is certainly one of my passions. So thank you again. I just wanted to start off by reading something that I recently wrote, and I just wanted to share it with you all. It's called Far Side of the Wild. So here it goes. Swirling daisies all the way to Denver, winding roads and blessed souls. As you look out onto the open road, a soft brush of wind glides across wheat-white fields. The hum of a vibration plays softly through the open windows, blending the space into one euphoric scene. A quiet peace dances in the mind like the space between the mountaintops. Soporic scenes across landscapes remind us all that life abounds with wild, wild wonder. Each bridge we cross, each jump across the river, new light and paths unfold. Rogue heroes, whispering souls, and rocking chairs on country porches. Time stretches like caramel in the heat, sweet, slow, and golden. All in this one loquacious dream, the strength of one arm pulls one another from clay-thickened mud. Strength echoing like thunder rolling across wide-open plains. Don't just be the passerby, but a helpful guiding light. The road we travel, you are never alone. Dance toward the rising sun and settle on soft white sands as the sun sets below the Pacific. Deep into the depths, the sun drops where the far side of the wild envelops in a morning light. The more you lean into the magic, the better the chance to see the flash of a brilliant green light. Clear your eyes, slumber, and then a new dawn arises as you set off to chase another sun. songbirds chirping and dancing all across cloud-puffed, blue-laden skies. Even the sky breathes with wonder. We are all sharing in this marvelous one-hit wonder, painted by the thoughts that cross a shared stream. Pick up your brush, dip into the ink, and paint a voracious, life-filled dream. Not just with color, but a gracious soul on the far side of wild, wild wonder. I wanted to share that with you all because for about 2 months I was dealing with significant writer's block. I was supposed to be starting an entirely new project, but day after day I just could not find the words at all. And then finally one day I sat down and I wrote that little piece that I just shared with you. But the funny thing about it is that it set me off on an entirely new path. It sparked the embers that has me writing my first novel, which I hope to share with you in the next couple of months. And that was something that I didn't think was entirely possible for the next couple of years. And sometimes I guess you just have to sit and listen to the world and a path will appear in front of you. And from there, all you have to do is take the first step, which sometimes is the hardest. So what I hope to accomplish with my High Vibration series is to spark the imagination of those who pick it up, so that the ideas and concepts are illuminated on the page in front of them, to erase the stigmas of old, so that a single mother of 3 can pick up the book and see a path to reconnecting with her own spirit, so that a veteran who is suffering from PTSD can flip through the pages and see a story in a way to reclaim his own identity, so that complex ideas and subjects can be explained simplistically through art and creative writing. And this is where the idea of children's books for adults came from. So I really look forward to creating more content and sharing that with you all, and to being part of the psychedelic community going forward. It's really neat. Again, thank you to Psychedelic Design for putting this all together, and congratulations to all the other winners. I'm grateful to be a part of that category.
Hello, my name is Sharon Glasberg.
And I'm Barry Ushalmi.
We are both the creators of Mycelium, a space of healing, connection between art, humans, and mushroom. This project was and still a great comfort and a proof of the power of mycelium in our life, a time of war and violence. We hope this message could be a bridge to you all, to all those who understand the healing power of art.
We are honored to receive the Psychedelic Award in the category of architecture and space, and we deeply thank you for it. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. My name is Sharon Glasberg. I'm an artist, a sculptor, and in this project I worked with a mycelium, taftir in Hebrew, a magical substance. I wanted to bring together the community of healers and mushrooms, which is also kind of a community.
Mycelium is a project that aims to connect between therapy, medicine, healing.
For this project, Taftir, Mycelium, we've been working with breath therapists, with musicians, with healers, all together to create a space surrounded by mycelium, a space for healing.
Since the war broke, we've been receiving here dozens of people who suffer from anxiety, from psychological pressure. We are now experiencing a time where everybody needs help. When a person lies down here, he lies down with himself, with his current state, but he's not alone. He's with the therapist and he's with the mushrooms. As an artist that worked a lot of years with different communities, I truly believe in the power of art to actually change lives. The power of art to create a space for being. Our mission in the next few months is to allow access for the basic therapy that everyone needs these days. This space, this opportunity is our way of providing help and providing compassion and love to the people around us.
Hi everyone, I'm so thrilled to be connecting with you here. Thank you so much, Psychedelic Design Awards 2025. Thank you so much for Mushroom of the Year Awards. I was surprised, thrilled, excited. Thank you so much to my voters. I cannot wait to connect with you on May 15. Please join us at the event, online event. And thank you, Alexandra and her team, for putting this amazing community and work together. And that's where my passion lies. My passion lies in building community-centric psychedelic spaces where we can all come together, all walks of life come together, where we can explore, learn, improve, grow, and become self-agent in the process. And I also host the Psychedelic Conversations podcast. It's your library of amazing people out there who are pushing the education and coming together, the clinicians, the scientists, indigenous wisdom, therapeutic facilitators, everyone coming together, and also the recreational folks out there. We are building a community where everyone's welcome, so we can hang out together, learn, and grow together. And with this same intention, we also provide retreats, programs, all with the intention to bring us together. And this is what the psychedelic medicines want us to do, right? Come together in humanity. And sending you so much love and looking forward to connecting with you all May 15. Thank you again. Thrilled, excited, and much love. Thank you. Bye now.